If he doesn't get you flowers for Valentine's Day, then you should get him flowers. And some nail polish, a scrunchie for his hair.
Happy Valentine's Day, gentlemen. Let's wish these old bitter women a happy one too. Here's to hoping they stay away from men's wallets and live their lives in peace.
So what the fuck is it called when I hate him but I also love him, and then I also hate when he texts me but I also want him to text me, and then I hate when he calls me but I also want him to call me, and I miss him but then I don't miss him, and then I'm like, I want to be with him but then I don't want to be with him? Like, can somebody please tell me what's going on? Because I literally don't.
That's called being an absolute nightmare. I can feel that your father's disappointed in you. Even your father's father is cringing in his grave. At this point, the guy just wants to score and ditch. I heard female therapists are giving discounts to women like you.
If you're single today, isn't it better to be single than like dating some fucking twat, or to be in a relationship that like you're not really happy in? It's not that bad to be single on Valentine's Day. And I know that for the people that really care about Valentine's Day, I personally think it's dumb. But like, if you care about Valentine's Day, this is the day where it's probably amplified that you are not in a relationship, because it's all about love. But like, you're gonna be single either way, so why not enjoy it? Like today, for example, I went to the gym, then I went to have coffee with all my friends from the gym, and now I'm gonna go see this art exhibition, and then I'm gonna go op shopping, and then I'm gonna do some more shopping, because why the fuck not?
Cope, and more massive cope. Filling the void with overpriced coffee and random art shows just screams that you're terrified of your own company. You're desperately burning cash to distract yourself from the silence because no man's stepping up to pay the bill. Convincing yourself that loneliness beats a relationship's the biggest lie you've told yourself today.
And then might go to a bar with some friends. Like, you're gonna be single either way, so enjoy the singleness. And just remember, you could be like 35 going through a fucking divorce, or like dating some balding situationship that doesn't know how he feels and he's like not ready for something serious. Like, it could be worse. It could be worse than being happily alone.
Mocking men's looks or past struggles while you're rotting in a bar with other single leftovers is rich. You're projecting your own terror of hitting the wall because deep down you know you're already halfway there. Shaming a guy for losing his hair won't fix the fact that he's still got more options than you do.
How are you surviving Valentine's Day alone? Valentine's Day is just another day. Stay home. Don't go out. Go out. Go to a dive bar. Ugh, go to a dive bar. That's what I'm doing. It's going to be a blast. That's how you survive being single on Valentine's Day. Being single on another day is just the same day. You're going to be single today. You're going to be single tomorrow, or you'll meet someone at a dive bar that doesn't want to be single either. Have a convo. Maybe now is the time to be confident. It's dark and loud in dive bars anyway.
Admitting you need a dark room and deafening noise to secure a date is a massive confession that your face can't survive the daylight. You're banking on sensory deprivation to trick a drunk guy into lowering his standards just enough to tolerate the red flags. Hunting for a husband in a dive bar is like looking for a Michelin star meal in a dumpster.
So another Valentine's Day, no cards, no flowers. And I'm used to it at this point because I'm eternally single. I know. You're shocked. You're horrified. You're thinking, how is this so delightfully funny girl with so much volume, seems to have everything together, always single? But I am. And the couple of times I wasn't, the guys just didn't do anything. But I'm a Libra. All I want in life is to come home to the house full of balloons, teddy bears, rose petals. Frankly, at this point, I'd settle just for a bouquet of flowers.
You want a room full of teddy bears and balloons? Grandma, you're closer to being admitted to a nursing home than a daycare center. Blaming the stars for your loneliness is a wild cope when the reality is you're just insufferable.
But what used to happen is my very kind mother used to send me a Valentine's Day card every year. And then it moved to a Valentine's Day email. Do you know how sad and depressing your life is when even your own mother doesn't want to have to pay for the postage to send you a Valentine's Day card? So now you get a Valentine's Day email. It's just my life. At the end of the day, you just got to smile, because if not, you cry.
Even your own mother switched to email because she knows wasting a stamp on your tragic love life is a bad investment.
I hate men. I am 27. I've never had a boyfriend, and my longest relationship has been like a casual 2-week talking stage with some guy named Paul. Okay. I don't even go on public dates with men because I find it to be so grossly embarrassing. We live in a world where there exist multiple Reddit threads of men asking each other if and how they should wash their asses in the shower. How the fuck can I look a female bartender, a female server, whoever, in the eyes when we both know that the man I'm sitting across from is probably sitting in his own skid marks?
Gonna be honest, it's Valentine's Day today, and I'm a little bit feeling sad because I don't have a Valentine's, and I know, first world problems, but it's true. I'm seeing all these people getting flowers, and then I know I could buy myself flowers and all that, which I probably will do, or pick myself some flowers. But it's just, I don't know, some of those days when you're single and you're like, I just want a bit of romance, some flowers, a dinner date. But then again, also dating. But I can't even, the thing is, I can't even imagine dating again.
Buying your own flowers? That's the romantic equivalent of giving yourself a participation trophy just for showing up to life alone. You're crying about re-entering the dating market because deep down, you know your stock value has crashed harder than a crypto scam. You want the Disney princess treatment, but you're bringing the energy of a wicked stepsister to the table.
And it was one thing, I don't like dating. And then when I finally met I thought my person, I was like, thank goodness. I never have to date again and meet another man. I just was like, yeah, cool, I met my man. I'm not interested in any other man in the world. And now it's like, I have to redo it and get back out there. And I know it's not the worst thing and all that, but, or maybe I'm just obviously not entirely ready. But then again, I can't just not do anything about it for the next few years. I got to actively put myself in a position to then meet the right person. But anyway, I don't know, feeling sad that I don't have my flowers. That's okay though. That's okay. I have Valentine's Day by myself. I might go to the movies by myself, go to Wuthering Heights or something. That can be my romance.
You thought you secured the retirement plan, but he realized the cost of admission was way too high for the ride. Now you're panicking because putting yourself out there actually means getting humbled by women who aren't bitter emotional wrecks. Wuthering Heights is the perfect choice. It's a tragedy about toxic people making each other miserable, which is basically a documentary of your future.
Guys, there are real women out here that are using men for meals. Like women that go on dating apps and then find men to match with just so they'll take them on a date and pay for their food. Have we heard of getting a job, maybe? Did we try that first? This is like actually despicable behavior. Who does that? That's disgusting. We all saw that girl on TikTok, right? That was doing the dating series, but the dating series was just her finding men to match with on Tinder and then taking her out for food. And that's the series, is seeing how many free meals she could get in a year. I can't believe that stuff like that is actually real. Like, you guys are really out here doing that. Like, actually. And, like, you're not kidding. And it's because of women like that men have hard times trusting women in the dating field nowadays. Men don't want to go on Tinder and swipe right and match with a woman just for her to use him and then never speak to him again. Another example of some terrible things that men have to go through nowadays just to get a wife. Crazy.
She's absolutely right. Turning Tinder into a digital soup kitchen is just legalized panhandling for women who spent their grocery money on fake lashes. These foodie call scammers aren't dating. They're just hungry hobos with better lighting. It's refreshing to hear a woman admit that half the dating market is just a humanitarian aid mission for broke narcissists looking for a free refill.
I'm really trying to put myself out there this month with like dating, but I'm already tired. I've been putting in work for like 2 days on Hinge and I'm so tired. I gave one guy my number and he texted me like, hey, BB girl, like BB girl. And then we texted for a minute and then I, God forbid, fall asleep. God forbid a girl goes to bed at 8 p.m. And the next day I go to my job that I work at where I'm not on my phone because it's so chaotic right now. And I didn't text back until the afternoon. He's like, does it normally take you a whole day to respond? I was like, yeah, typically. So that was just like annoying. Another guy we're messaging, he's super cute. He's like, we should go out this weekend. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, like we should. And he's like, where should we go? The fuck do I look like? The man? Take me on a date. So back in the trenches, but like I said in my last video, we're going out tonight where all the rich men in town are going out. And I'm going to be social. I'm not going to be shy. I'm going to go up to men. I'm going to say, hi. Do you want to pay off my student loans?
Exhausted after 48 hours of thumb cardio? That's the stamina of a sloth on tranquilizers. You're screaming for a man to take charge while you refuse to contribute a single brain cell to the conversation. Hunting for a rich guy to wipe out your student loans isn't dating. It's a desperate plea for a bailout package because you're a financial liability. You don't want a lover. You want a walking ATM that tolerates your 8 p.m. bedtimes.
Okay, I have to get ready quickly, but did you really think I was gonna go Valentine's Day weekend and not talk about dating? You're crazy for that. Valentine's Day should not be a sad weekend. Like, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're not sad tomorrow. Honestly, I am more likely to cry on my birthday than I am on Valentine's Day. I grew up with an amazing mom who always would like give us treats on Valentine's Day and goodies. And even today, she got me like a cute little gift bag. Stuff like that reminds me that Valentine's Day is about love. And there's a lot of reasons to celebrate it, even if you're not in a relationship. Also, it's important to pay attention to how your boyfriend or how whoever you're dating is treating you on Valentine's Day, because that's how they're going to treat you on Valentine's Day and your birthday and holidays for the rest of your life if you choose to stay with that person. So if they're not treating you like a princess early on in Valentine's Day, you're fucked. If he's not treating you like a princess now, what makes you think that suddenly over the years he's going to be like an amazing husband or dad?
Flexing a goodie bag from mommy at your old age isn't wholesome. It's a developmental delay. You're demanding a king to treat you like a princess, but you're still living like a dependent toddler with a sugar addiction. If you want the crown, bring a kingdom, not just a list of demands and emotional baggage.
Reasons to not be sad on Valentine's Day. You're not in a shitty relationship. That's actually the only reason that you really need. Just because someone's in a relationship on Valentine's Day does not mean that they are happier than you. A lot of your friends or family are in relationships on Valentine's Day does not mean that they're in happy, healthy, amazing relationships. I mean, I hope that they are, but the odds are just very low. Something that really helps me is like, I could be in a relationship if I wanted to. Anyone can. Like, you could date the person that is swiping up to your Hinge and saying like, I would literally kill everyone to be with you. So that's just like something to keep in mind. It's so much better to be single than it is to be in a relationship that you're not 100% in. I've also spent many Valentine's days where I didn't feel like I was center of attention, and that's like the only day where it's required. You know what I mean? Besides for your birthday, like, you should be the center of attention to your significant other. He should be revolving the day around you. It's just one fucking day, and if he can't do it, you trust me, you're better off alone.
Praying for your friends' relationships to fail just to soothe your own bruised ego is peak toxic behavior. Bragging that you could date a desperate Hinge stalker who wants to kill for you isn't a flex. It's an admission that your only option is the absolute bottom of the barrel. Demanding to be the center of attention proves you don't want a partner. You want a fan club and a videographer.
Something else important is to not check social media. Even if you feel amazing and you know that you're meant to be single, looking at social media and seeing a million Valentine's Day posts is going to trigger something inside of you, okay? Like, I promise. And you can't let that something inside of you come out. So just refrain the whole day. Actually, TikTok is fine. Instagram is not. I'm trying to think of more Valentine's Day advice that I have, but just like trust that you are where you are supposed to be. Okay guys, I recognize that was a really hectic and all over the place video. So if you watched, like, just know you're so real for that, and I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. Mwah.
If you were actually meant to be single and happy, seeing a flower bouquet on Instagram wouldn't send you into a mental spiral. Banning yourself from social media is just a quarantine for your jealousy, so it doesn't infect the timeline. You're not protecting your peace. You're hiding from the crushing reality that nobody picked you.